Welcome to CipherSpeak. Here, we unravel the secrets, decode the mysteries, and explore the extraordinary. Today, we're embarking on perhaps our most profound journey yet, delving not into ancient ruins or cryptid sightings, but into the very essence of what it means to exist. What if our individual awareness is just a fleeting spark within a larger cosmic mind? What if the solid, tangible world around us is merely an illusion, a projection, or even a sophisticated simulation? This is CipherSpeak, and this is the Matrix Unveiled, decoding consciousness and the nature of reality. These aren't just abstract ideas, okay? They are fundamental inquiries that challenge our deepest assumptions about life, self, and the universe, okay? Millions of people worldwide have reported NDEs, often occurring when their brain activity has flatlined, or they are clinically dead. However, these theories often struggle to explain consistent details like verifiable, two-body observations made while unconscious, or the profound and lasting transformative effects on individuals, which often include a loss of the fear of death and a heightened sense of purpose. While the hypothesis sounds like science fiction, it's a philosophically robust concept that's difficult to definitively disprove. At the subatomic level, particles behave in ways that defy classical physics. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, like the Copenhagen interpretation, suggest that reality is not fixed until it is measured by an observer, implying a deep connection between consciousness and the physical world. Dreams, often dismissed as random brain activity, can be vivid, immersive worlds where we interact with different versions of ourselves, solve problems, and experience emotions as intense as in waking life. They offer a nightly journey into a reality shaped by our subconscious, suggesting layers of perception usually hidden from us. While scientists debate the precise meaning of observer, the implications are staggering. It encourages us to keep an open mind, to embrace the paradoxes, and to recognize that the greatest mysteries often lie not in the distant stars, but within the very fabric of our own awareness and the reality we inhabit. Perhaps the ultimate secret of the universe isn't out there, but deep within, waiting to be unveiled. Experienced meditators report dissolving the boundaries of the self, experiencing pure consciousness, and feeling a deep connection to everything around them. What theory about consciousness or reality do you find most intriguing or unsettling, and why? Have you ever had an experience that made you question the nature of reality or your own consciousness? Share your insights and personal stories in the comments below. And if there's a specific philosophical or scientific enigma you'd like me to delve into in a future episode, please let me know. These altered states often lead to insights and perceptions about reality that transcend normal waking thought. This has been CipherSpeak. Similarly, carefully administered psychedelic substances can induce non-ordinary states of consciousness, leading to profound mystical experiences, ego dissolution, and altered perceptions of space, time, and self. While controversial, modern research is increasingly exploring their therapeutic potential and their ability to reveal hidden aspects of the mind and reality. These different states of consciousness offer empirical, subjective evidence that our everyday waking reality is just one sliver of a much larger, multifaceted existence, hints of a reality far more fluid and interconnected than we typically perceive. Okay, if reality is, at its most fundamental level, influenced by perception, then the relationship between consciousness and the universe is far more entangled than previously imagined, suggesting that we are not just passive observers, but active participants in the creation of reality itself. Whether through the compelling accounts of NDEs, the mind-bending statistical arguments of the simulation hypothesis, the unsettling implications of quantum physics, or the personal insights gleaned from altered states of consciousness. We are continually presented with evidence that the universe is not a simple, inert machine, and that our role within it might be far more significant than we realize. They can exist in multiple states simultaneously, become entangled across vast distances, and, most famously, seem to change their behavior based on whether they are being observed. The observer effect suggests that the act of observation itself can influence the outcome of a quantum event, collapsing a wave of probabilities into a single, definite reality. If our reality is simulated, what does that mean for free will, for meaning, or for our understanding of God? The simulation hypothesis fundamentally challenges our perception of what is real, suggesting that the very fabric of our existence might be lines of code rather than fundamental particles. If consciousness is solely a product of the brain, how can it operate and even flourish when the brain is supposedly shutting down? NDEs stand as powerful anecdotal evidence that consciousness might not be entirely dependent on the physical brain, offering a tantalizing glimpse beyond the conventional boundaries of life and death. Despite cultural differences, these accounts share striking similarities: feelings of peace and well-being, out-of-body experiences where individuals observe their own resuscitation, journeys through a tunnel towards a bright light, encounters with deceased loved ones or benevolent beings, and a life review often followed by a profound sense of interconnectedness and a changed perspective on life. This idea, popularized by philosophers like Nick Bostrom and even figures like Elon Musk, posits that our universe and everything in it, including our consciousness, is actually a sophisticated computer simulation run by a more advanced civilization. The argument often begins with the premise that if a civilization reaches a certain level of technological maturity, it would likely have the computational power and the desire to run ancestor simulations. If that's true, then the number of simulated realities would vastly outnumber the single base reality, making it statistically probable that we are living in one of the simulations. We're talking about consciousness and the nature of reality. Questions that have baffled philosophers, scientists, and spiritual seekers for millennia. We're not just asking, what is it? We're asking, what if everything we know is wrong? Imagine that the vibrant, intricate world you perceive, the thoughts you think, the feelings you experience, are not quite what they seem. Today, we'll navigate the cutting edge of science, philosophy, and spiritual traditions, exploring theories that suggest reality is far stranger, and consciousness far more expansive than we currently understand. Prepare to have your mind expanded. The mystery of consciousness is arguably the last great frontier of scientific exploration. For centuries, it was relegated to the realm of philosophy or religion. But as neuroscience advances, we can pinpoint brain activity, map neural networks, and even manipulate perception. Yet, the hard problem of consciousness remains. How does physical matter give rise to subjective experience? How does the firing of neurons create the feeling of seeing the color red, or the emotion of love? Is consciousness merely an emergent property of a complex brain, or is it something more fundamental? Something that exists independently of the physical body, merely using the brain as a receiver? This fundamental question lies at the heart of our exploration, opening doors to possibilities that defy conventional understanding. Let's begin by considering phenomena that profoundly challenge our materialist view of consciousness. Near-death experiences, or NDEs. Skeptics propose physiological explanations: oxygen deprivation, drugs, or psychological responses to extreme stress from the edge of existence. Let's pivot to a theory that suggests our entire reality might be an elaborate construct: the simulation hypothesis. Proponents point to various features of our universe as potential code or bugs in the simulation: the finite speed of light, the discrete nature of quantum mechanics, or even unexplained glitches or coincidences. Let's turn to the realm where science itself seems to break down our conventional understanding of reality: quantum mechanics and the observer effect. This raises profound questions. Does consciousness play a role in shaping reality? Is reality truly real before it is observed? Finally, let us consider how we can intentionally alter our state of consciousness to experience different facets of reality through dreams, meditation, and psychedelics. Meditation practices, cultivated across cultures for millennia, involve training the mind to achieve states of profound calm, focus, and heightened awareness. The profound questions surrounding consciousness and reality push us to the very limits of human understanding. The pursuit of these answers isn't just an academic exercise. It's a quest for self-knowledge, for meaning, and for understanding our place in the grand cosmic tapestry. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Thank you for joining me on this profound exploration.